Hey, look what I found in the trash. Who would throw them away?
Yeah.
This is that Where My Pain music. Not just bars, this is breath behind the walls. We ain't just doing time, we finding diamonds in it. You ever see gold in a garbage heap? Watch this. Yeah, boxed in 4 walls like a padded cell. Clocks broke, no tick, just the sound of hell. Name stripped, now he's just ink on a page. But behind those eyes was a caged up sage. Just a stare, but I saw that fire flick. Buried under numbers, beaten like a drumstick. World wrote him off like a glitch in the code. But I saw a diamond that still glowed bold.
Look what I found in the trash today. Who would throw him away? Throw him away. Hidden treasures that the world dismayed. Buried talents rising out of decay.
Welcome to the Where My Pain podcast. Look what I found in the trash, where we find and discover the hidden talents and people we throw away. I am your host, Terry Brown. I am a father, I am a husband, I am a brother, I am a son. I am a published author and a confined crusader. Confined because we are here on location at the state prison that is holding us against our will. But we are finding so much gold, right, that is buried behind these walls, within these cells and on these yards. Today I have a great and important and special guest, Mikey. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Thank you so much for having me here.
Man, this is okay. I have to say this. We've been doing this together for quite a while now,
yeah,
right?
It's been a good time now, yeah.
Right? And I've watched everything transpire. One thing that I do know, and I have to refocus this again, is that within us, everybody has some fire within them, right? Everybody has a talent, but most importantly, everybody has a story. And that's what we're going to focus on today. How was your morning this morning?
Typical morning so far. It's been a nice start to the day. So this is definitely the highlight of my morning so far.
Oh man, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, because when you have something different that we can do, just to change our program, because we have programs in here,
yes,
right?
Definitely.
So everybody's program time. It's called program time. What's your program? So what do you do? What is your normal program?
Usually when I'm school everything.
Okay.
That's all education stuff. So and if I'm not doing school stuff, I'm at work. I'm helping people get their GED. So I do. So it's always usually something educational for me.
Okay.
When I have my downtime, that's like when I work out, and more recently, music.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the music, because that is one of the gems and diamonds that we have discovered about you. Who was Mike before prison?
That's a great question. I would think that before this reality that I'm currently living in, it was just all work, no play kind of person.
Okay.
It was stuff, dealing with music, but it was always stuff for other people, not stuff for my own personal happiness. Since then, have learned more that I need to do more to take care of myself mentally, physically,
yes,
and enjoy the simple pleasures and joys of life that I didn't allow myself to enjoy on the outside.
That's one of the things, right, that we forget about, because we want to do all these things, and outside we're so in a rush to do everything. We have to build our lives. We have to be all these different labels and put all these different hats on. But in here, as soon as you get inside, it stops.
Yes.
Right, and gives us time to reflect.
Mm-hmm.
What were you? So I heard you mention music quite a few times, right? What was your stance on music prior?
Before incarceration, I was a professional classical musician. So that's what I did. I have many years of formal training.
Yeah.
I'm a classical flute player, and along with that,
a flautist.
Yes, a
flautist. I heard that term.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I wasn't hip to it. But
that's what they call it. But along with playing, some point down my musical journey, I picked up flute repair. So I did a 3-year apprenticeship with a master repairman,
oh, wow.
And I learned how to professionally restore and repair flutes. So I was doing that all throughout the area and whatnot, and so it was everything music based. And so it was always just, one day I'd be spending 6 hours restoring a flute, and then, later on the night, I have a 2-hour rehearsal in a couple hours. So it was music stuff all the time, but it was always music for, okay, I have to go play for this person. I have to go do this gig for that other person.
Yes.
I have this flute to do for somebody else.
Yes.
So it's just always, life keeps you busy. So
it does. So what I'm hearing you say is you weren't a bank robber.
No.
So no bank robber in you?
No,
Okay,
no,
all right.
I would have
So
a much better instrument if I did.
you didn't have you. Did you kill anybody?
No, I did not.
Got it. So if you didn't kill anybody, you didn't murder anybody, you're not a bank robber, perfect. But you were a flautist.
Correct.
Right, so this is what I'm getting point. People have a misconception about everybody that's here, right? You think that everybody's these criminals and this, that, and the other. Yes, circumstances may have brought you here, but that doesn't define you. What label, as I say when we begin, I am a father, husband, brother, son, published author, and confined crusader, right? I'm these things. Those are my labels. But they also call me inmate. What label are you hearing now? What label do you hear mostly?
The label I probably hear more than anything is teacher. I have students all throughout the facility.
Amen.
And I don't remember the last day that I walked to class or even just to dinner or whatever, and teacher, how are you? Or
and these are but these are your students.
These are my students, yes.
Okay.
People that I'm teaching how to speak English, how to better their Spanish, math. Even students that I'm helping learn how to read music, stuff like that. See,
this is what we're doing. We're digging for gold right now, right? This is we're finding the gold. So, and this brings me back to that point. So the students that you consider students are equally inmates.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
So, but we call them students.
Correct.
Right? The system calls them inmate. Right? So, and you are a teacher when the system will call you prisoner.
Yes.
Right? So therefore, with us, it takes us to relabel what they have now labeled us as. They take away our name and give us a number. They take away our identity and then try to create our own identity. So by you doing what you're doing, you are now making a whole different situation for the people that are around you.
Yes.
Oh man, dude, that's amazing.
It's been wonderful. You know, teaching has its struggles and difficulties in itself, but it's nice to know that I'm doing something that's instilling some kind of knowledge that's going to stay with people for, I would hope, the remainder of their lives.
Yes.
Something they can go on and use as a tool to better themselves or better their lives for their loved ones when they get out. Whether that's getting their GED or learning how to read music, play music, to just have joy within their own soul is real gratifying.
Music is so important, right? It's one of the things that create not only awareness but togetherness, creates community. Because when you hear the songs I have, and this is let's get it to the point. You said that you fixed and repaired flutes.
Correct.
Right? But one of the craziest things that I've seen, I've recognized, I'm telling you, you are a unicorn. You are the gold that is buried underneath your circumstance, right? I have seen one of the things that you've done. Please tell me about this. You let me just talk to my dumpster divers. So I call our audience dumpster divers, right? Because you're basically digging too, right? You're seeing that this is what you guys consider trash, we consider a treasure, right? So what you've done, and that brings me to this point, you took pins.
Correct.
Pins that people like basically discarded pins.
Yes.
Right? You took the discarded pins that people were finished writing and you basically throw it away. But you took those pins, and tell me what you did with those pins.
Well, there was a talent show that I was part of.
In prison.
In here, yes, in prison. And I decided, after a little bit of thought, that I wanted, since I didn't at the time have a actual flute or instrument to play on.
Yes.
I decided, well, music brings people joy.
Yes, it does.
I need to find a way of creating that joy in a way that people haven't seen before. So
Gotcha.
I took these pens, I painstakingly measured them out, sawed away at them to make them varying lengths, and then I made a version of a South American panpipe.
Got you.
Which everybody calls a pen pipe since it's made out of big pens.
Yeah.
Found a way to string them together using line made from plastic bag. And I have a functional working instrument. It's a little difficult because pens aren't designed to be musical instruments.
Yes.
But I made it work, and it's a 1.5 chromatic octave workable instrument.
And that's what I'm saying. You
Yes.
played it, and you played one of the most perfect songs and renditions, right, that I've heard. And that's what I'm just saying. Like, I've seen, and that brings me to this point real quick. I just want to interject on that. Is that I've seen guys take the trash out of the black plastic bags, and they'll turn it, and they'll color it, and they'll make a cross out of it, right? Or they'll make this beautiful piece of art, right? This is where I got the first idea for Where My Pain, right? We began to see the talents of incarcerated artists, and then they began to narrate the stories of suffering, hope, and resilience that are basically that are transpiring within the prisons of society, right? So within your prison, right, you found a way to redefine, right, what people throw away. Yes. Right? And that gives us the understanding of what we are. The same way that people considered us to be discarded. But then whoever or whatever society had discarded you as, here you are, and we begin to we begin to uncover the talent that you had just by seeing you do that, to create that wonderful instrument.
Yeah, I had no idea if it was going to work. It was just an idea that I had, and I thought, well, the logistics of making it should work. Now, would the instrument respond was another issue, and because I repair flutes, I have some techniques of, maybe I can carve at things a little bit to make them respond better or whatnot. But I was super surprised at how much everybody loved it.
That's real, yeah.
And not just not other inmates, but like this. It's been over half a year since the thing got created. Yeah. And I still have COs and people that work here that aren't inmates say, I heard you made something, can I see it?
Can I see it?
Yeah, and so it's, if I say, of course, I keep it with me. It's super durable. You could drop it, it won't hurt a thing. It's made of pins. What are you going to do to hurt it, right? And so I'll play a little ditty or this and that, and they're always real surprised, like, how is it possible that you made a musical instrument out of writing utensils?
Out of writing. Okay, but see, and that gets us to the point. Yeah. How, right? You created possibility.
Yes.
That's what you created. That's the one thing I think that we forget. What you're giving us is the understanding of, wait a minute, I don't have to just sit here and do nothing. I don't have to just waste my life and my time just behind these bars. Wait, there is something more to this. And then to give me something such as beautiful as what you created showed me that, wait a minute, there are different things that I can do. What if you did that? What can I do?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And that's what gets us to that point. What impact has what you just said, what it has on everybody else? How does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel great. You see people's faces light up, and of course I'll play it, I'll make mistakes, or the notes may not speak well because they're pens, but I was always real surprised every time that I played it for a group of people, or when, I want to hear that instrument that you made, people just light up. It makes their day. I might play it for somebody, not see them for a month and a half, and then see them again. Oh my God, I still can't wait to hear you play it again. Yeah. That was so amazing. When can I hear it again? And I never in a million years expected to get so much support and bring so much joy to people. Amen. So it's been wonderful. And so I know I can do that through music in general. So it's something I want to continue to do with my life.
Amen. So, okay. Well, let me just ask you this. What do you see yourself doing? Because you've had all of these experiences, you've had to live this hardship being in prison, but you're seeing that there's so much value that you have given to other people. Not only other people, but to yourself as well. That's what we consider it validation, right? You are being validated while you're validating. What do you see coming for the next couple of years for you?
If all goes well, I only have about a year and a half left.
Okay, that's
give or take.
Okay, oh good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Right.
One of the reasons I'd gone into flute repair, I always had this negative inkling of myself of like, oh, well, you're not good enough to be in a professional orchestra, this and that. You go to auditions. When you go to professional auditions, you never get feedback. It's just you make it or you don't. Yeah. So you spend a good 6 months of playing the same music day in and day out, hours and hours every day for a little 5-minute audition. And then you go in and you don't hear back, or you say, oh, thank you for your time. Yeah. And then so you're okay, well, I'll do the next one. Then you think, well, what can I do to improve? What am I not doing right? Yeah. So it got me into flute repair, which was great, and I love. It was super meditative. I'm really good at doing real small, meticulous things. Yeah. So it really worked for me. I had this need to always create and be working on something. Yeah. Whether that be a panpipe, sewing something, making something out of fabric. Yeah. Whatever. I just have this compulsion to be creative. Yeah. But after this particular experience in incarceration, I had allowed my dreams of, being a professional musician in a well-known orchestra. Yeah. I just put it to the side thinking, oh, well, it's just not going to happen. I'm not good enough. But being here puts a different perspective on my life and the things I want to do with it.
Yes.
So I don't see why I'm not as good, if not better, than people that currently play in professional.
100%.
And
100%.
there's no need anymore for me to fear rejection. Yeah, I'll be rejected from time to time, but eventually that'll lead to something good.
Do you believe that? We hear this quite often. I'm so happy that this happened.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm
Yes.
so happy that this happened to me in my life, right? Because this situation now gives a different type of look and experience. You name me how many flautists have been to prison. You name me how many ones that have made it big. You know, like this now makes it puts another experience and another chapter inside of your book, right?
Yes.
So we can use this experience because it's going to come out as pain inside of when you play.
Yes.
Because you see the joy, but you also see the harm. You also see the pain. You also see all the other things when I hear you talk, right? When we've had long conversations, and to the point where I just love how you're taking your pain and you're turning it into purpose.
Yeah, it's a unique perspective on my life that I never foresaw in the past. It has given me a way to not just look outside of the box with things, but to see things kind of like through a kaleidoscope. So there is something special in everything.
Yes,
it's just a matter of finding that correct lens to look through to find that special part. Before incarceration, I would just easily overlook things and be too willing to discard things as trash. Now things aren't that way anymore.
No.
Things have beauty and joy, and the most small, insignificant things you can find true treasure sometimes. So I plan to do that with music and other people with music, whether that be teaching them or just playing with them. I want to create more, and I've been real surprised to find so many, not flute players, violinists, guitarists, other musicians through incarceration that have so many aspirations of doing music on the outside, and thinking, oh, these would be perfect people to play with, to collaborate with, to make a CD with one day.
Yes.
Why not? There's no reason.
Yes.
You know, people make CDs all the time. You know, musicians, flute players I've heard and this and that, and thinking like, you're not that great of a player, but you have your own CD.
Yes.
And thinking 100%. Like, oh, I've played that song a million times over. I could perform that no problem. Thinking, well, if they can do it, why can't I do it? Yeah. There's no reason I can't.
If they can, why can't I?
Yeah, I can pursue my dreams as much as I want. I don't have the mental limits I had before.
Yeah. You see the possibility.
Yes.
Right? You see the possibility, and that's why I think that having even the opportunity right now, we keep creating these possibilities. It's not so much that this is allowed, but we are MacGyver, right? You are MacGyver, right? 100%, because what they tell us we can't, we find a way to can,
yes.
Right? Because your limits, those are your limits. You can't project your limits onto me, right? I'm not going to follow your fear, right? Your fear to do this is not going to be, your feeling, your failure is not going to be mine, right? I don't have to go by your same type of ideology. So that being said, even when you do music, right, and even inside of here, once again, you have a flute now, right?
Yes.
And let me get to that point. So you actually were able to get a flute inside of this prison.
That is
an actual flute, right? You created the one that you created before, your makeshift instrument, right? But you now have one. But that took a lot of twists and turns to even get.
There were a ton of hurdles throughout the way, and many times we're told, oh, that's not possible. Oh, that can't be done.
Yes, come on, let's get to that point.
But I have it with me now. I've had it for about the last month and a half, 2 months or so.
Yeah.
And where there's a will, there's a way.
Where there's a will, there is a way. Mikey, man, listen, this is what I would love. And just to interject on that, we now have a new division of Where My Pain, which is Where My Pain Music, right? So I'm throwing that out there, right? Yes. I mean, that's my little introduction into the new division. That being said, because you were talking about making CDs, right? But one of the things that I definitely want to do is give you the opportunity, and I am humbled and honored to even have you inside of this situation, because I've heard you play, right? I was hoping that I can get you to probably just play just a little something for us today, if you wouldn't mind.
I would love
to. Just not only that, but I'm gonna put you on recording today to say this. If you wouldn't mind also to allow us to promote just a little bit of stuff that you do, through Where My Pain Music?
Yeah, it's music's been such a staple in my life in general.
Yeah.
I would hope that it continues to be that big pillar that guides until I no longer have breath anymore in me.
Yeah. Amen. Ooh, that's deep.
And for now, in the time that I still have here, I'm hoping to. We have musicians here that have been slowly gathering and building.
Yeah.
So I hope to help grow our little music program that we have here.
Yeah.
I'm actually in collaboration with some compositions from people that are running music programs at San Quentin at another facility.
Oh wow! Did not know that. Did not know that.
They're working on music stuff there. They have a string program.
Oh wow!
They're very accomplished violinists, but they specialize in non-Western music, so music like Jewish music, Indian music, classical, Chinese music, you name it, other parts of the world.
Okay.
So we send music back and forth and make edits of future compositions that will hopefully come to fruition.
Music is a key to prison.
Yes.
100%.
It is a mind and soul kind of escape for people.
Yes.
It brings joy to people.
Yes.
It lights them up.
Yes.
It heals people.
Yes.
If I could continue to do those things, that would make my life worth something.
Man, your life is worth something. Now, let me just be very clear with you. That being said, if there is anything that you can let our dumpster divers, right? Let our dumpster divers know today that something about not only just you or something that you want to leave with them. What would that be? What would be something that you would want if somebody was listening and they just need to hear Mike, the flautist, right, say something? What would that be?
I would tell them to keep their ears open, to be willing to embrace things that they wouldn't normally embrace, to know that joy can be found in the most simple of things.
Yeah.
And it is perfectly fine to enjoy those simple things. Too often we push things away for whatever reason, but sometimes you just have to allow yourself to enjoy the beautiful things that life has to offer. And if you can enjoy those beautiful things, you can help others enjoy those beautiful things too.
Amen. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, this was Look What I Found in the Trash, Where My Pains podcast. Before we go, Mike, can I please have you play today?
Yes.
All right, thank you. This is a piece that you did yourself.
Correct. I don't typically
You
compose.
composed, yeah, that you composed yourself.
I'm much more comfortable playing things that other people write, but in this case, I wrote a piece for a friend of mine. So this is in dedication to her. Not long, but it talks about wisdom. It talks about heroicism.
Okay.
And it has.
It's not about her, or
this is in dedication to the qualities that she has as a person and the influence that she's made on my life.
Okay.
So it's named after her. It's called Ro.
Okay.
It may not be long, but it imparts the qualities that she has inspired me with.
Amen. All right, everybody.
Here we go.
We have Mike. What the fudge? Wow. Wow. Wow, whoever this Ro is, yeah, that makes sense. She must be very important.
She's a very special person. She's touched a lot of people's lives and inspires people day in and day out. So I was happy to write her.
And so do you.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike, for being here, man.
Thank you for
This
having
is
me.
just, like I said to everybody, this is only episode 1. We're going to get to the nitty and gritty as we go back in. We are definitely going to get back to the nitty and gritty. Dig a little deeper on the next
Yes,
episode.
thank you, I appreciate it.
If you don't mind.
No, I can't wait.
All right. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Once again, this is Look What I Found in the Trash. Where my pain. Thank you, guys.
That's where my pain, where broken ain't the end, it's the beginning. Where throwaways become masterpieces. We don't just survive in here, we shine in spite of it. You hear that? That's the sound of somebody they tried to bury. Still breathing.